What's up? This is Bacon is my podcast. I'm Jimmy.
I am Mike.
And we are proud to be part of the Deluxe Edition Network. That is right, the Den.
That's right, hashtag the Den. We are part of an awesome network with a number of fantastic podcasts, such as History I'd Like to Fuck, or HILF Podcast, Barrel Age Chicks, Barrel Age Flicks, Spoil My Movie, Deluxe Edition Podcast. Man, I could go on forever.
You could, but we won't, so you can go
Beard
watch.
Laws.
Go listen, go watch, check them all out now.
In a
Deluxe
pickle.
Edition Network.
Right now, deluxeeditionnetwork.com. Follow it on social medias, Deluxe Edition Network.
What's your bacon?
Hey, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me.
I don't think you're the problem. You know what the problem is? Nobody knows where to find us online. That's the problem.
Well,
They're
I think there's...
Sometimes I go to YouTube. Sometimes I want to go to Spotify. Sometimes, how do I know where I can find everything bacon?
You know what there is? There's one place that has everything, all-encompassing. It's baconismypodcast.com.
A solution!
Exactly. You ever want to listen to our music?
Yeah.
Or know where to find us on YouTube?
Yeah.
Or on Apple Music?
Yeah.
Spotify?
Yes.
Maybe grab some shirts?
Check
Find
out
some
sponsor.
Find some sweet deals on some sodas from drinkwildbills.com, or maybe some beard product from Mythical Beards.
Maybe you want to pick up a Podex.
Use the promo code BACON on all of those websites and get 10% off. But if you can't remember that, just go to baconismypodcast.com, hit sponsors. You're right there.
Yeah.
Tells you everything.
Find everything about us. Leave us a comment, ask us a question, and always remember to ask yourselves every single day,
What's your bacon?
what's your bacon?
When you were saying about the bracelets thing, I thought you were going to say we were going to put a sign up saying that these were made with 100% recycled butt plugs.
Oh,
that would have been good too.
That would have been a good one too.
Shit. All right.
Literally, probably a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
It's recycled.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if there's a certain amount allowed in your cornflakes, there's a certain amount allowed on your wrist.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's true.
Butt plug talk is not something that we normally start the show with.
Sorry,
It's true.
guys.
No.
No. I think this is fine. I think this is good.
Is it fine?
I don't mind wading in the waters of butt plug talk.
Okay.
You can do
Yeah,
that for it.
it's okay.
They're
That's-
like, you
that's
can
quite
cuss,
all right.
but please stay off the sexual territory.
Yeah,
We're like,
no butt plug talk.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Please.
we're into it.
Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon is my... Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon is my...
Well, if you're here for the butt stuff, you've come to the right place.
Is that your bacon?
Because
It's
we
butt
Here's
plug.
the butt stuff.
we got
Is that-
James and Lauren from Sorta Kind of Funny
What?
podcast. Den mates
Den
with us.
siblings. Oh, mates. Sorry.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. So guys, welcome to the show.
Thank
Thank
you.
Yeah,
Excited.
We were really excited about this. It's cool to get to like collaborate with the people that are on our network. We've done a few of them, and
I'm curious. Who have you guys have it on that are part of the network?
We did a show with
Dawn
Dawn from MILF.
She's very cool.
from Hilf.
HILF, sorry.
Yeah.
HILF. Which I love that show, and she was
Yeah.
great. She was super funny
so
and
good,
super
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, and we did. We had Spoil My Movie.
Yes.
we had
Very cool.
Elle and
Mhm.
and them on. So they were a lot of fun. And then we did
We did the New Year's Eve thing.
we did the New
with
Year's Eve
a bunch of people.
extravaganza.
Yeah.
where the Barrel Age guys were there, and In a Pickle, and yeah. So we've done a few things with them, but you guys are kind of newer. Like we're still new. We're still like newer guys. We
When did y'all
October.
join? October?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
and
So we're in January.
yeah, you guys were in January, and you know, like you see new podcasts always like follow you, and you're like, oh, okay. So I saw that you guys had a lot of the same people, and I was like, I had full disclosure, I had our group chat for the podcast network. I had it muted for a little while because
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a lot.
It's kind of a lot
going on over
sometimes.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, this is a good sign? And then I listened to your guys' show, and I was like, oh, yeah, we need to do this. We need to do this
Aw,
like ASAP.
Thank
So,
you.
Definitely.
yeah, thank you guys for coming on. This is
Yeah.
we're looking forward to it as well.
Yeah, you guys have a fun show. It's
Thank
it's
you.
it's a good time. It's good to listen to. Like you kind of were describing it before. It is like a conversation. It's just like, hanging out with friends and talking. And that's what we always try and make this one kind of feel like as well. Less
Right.
of like a interview show and stuff like that, and more
Right,
just
right.
like hey, we're having a chat.
Yeah, I think like we're not going to be the show that can. So how'd you guys meet and how'd you start the show?
Right.
It's like,
Right.
Well,
We met from birth, very young age.
Right.
We're siblings,
Right. It was
They go way back.
yeah,
the way
as far as I can remember.
mom's uterus way back. Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Well,
true. And
my-
Dad's balls.
So, something I did want to ask.
From
is-
0 to 2, it was she's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It was.
Yep.
And
Yep.
then-
Quite literally. Uh-huh.
Yeah. What made you pivot, Lauren, and like going from a solo podcast to bring your brother on board?
Great question. So, I knew I was going to have James as a guest a lot, and because we always get along so well and mesh so well. And then we ended up doing an episode together and kept doing it because I'm like, James, it's just so much more fun to do it together. And then we kept the name, She's Kind of Funny, but capitalized the H. So it was like he was very Michael Jackson. We like to make that joke
okay.
a lot.
Like-
So it's like, she's kind of funny, parentheses, he's kind of funny as well. And then we just wanted to make it more us, so it wasn't as, because it's like you're still calling it She's Kind of Funny. So James is truly my best friend, and we have a lot of fun. So we were like, let's just make this little podcast together, change the name, and that's it. And he's the
Nice.
favorite, so it's good. I've accepted it.
Sometimes.
Well,
Well, she brought him on for ratings.
depends who you're
Right.
talking
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
For ratings, yeah, and listens.
Right.
It's all about popping the rating.
That's right. You always got to pop the rating.
Yeah.
You got to.
So I thought that was a cool story when I was kind of researching about you guys. I was like, oh, cool. So they're siblings. They're both former, very heavily into the church. Moving on from that, so there's a lot of things that you can find about you guys where you're talking about a lot of that stuff. What are like? Is there anything that you're just like sick of answering?
No, James, I'll let you answer that one.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, not really. I feel like.
I hate my sister, so anything.
Yeah, I'm kind of sick of their like, she's single, she has 3 kids, she's married. No, most of the time, I feel like the questions we get asked are like, how do you guys do a podcast with your siblings?
Yeah.
Like, how do you guys get along so
Yeah,
well?
that's what I figured
Yes.
was a big thing.
I don't think we're sick of it.
No, not sick. I'm saying the questions we just get asked the most are probably that,
Sure.
the religious questions about like, you guys are Mormons, and then yeah, people that do know like about the name change are like, how did that come around? But
Right.
I'm not sick of any of them. Like personally,
It's-
I like answering them. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's our story. It's
Yeah.
who we
It's
are.
interesting that people care. We're like, oh, we'll just
Yeah.
and we're
Yeah.
very much open books, so nothing really is like, oh, don't talk about it. Like we're very, as you
Yeah.
guys have listened or heard the
Yeah.
promo,
Right.
clearso like
Yeah.
we're very
Yeah.
open, and so
People are
nothing
like, you talk
bothers
like
us.
that to your sibling, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, we shouldn't.
Who
But,
doesn't?
um,
Who doesn't talk like that to their siblings?
Me.
We've had so many.
Oh
people
yeah, you
say
have a
that.
different.
Yeah, that's one of the things people are fascinated that we're siblings and we get along, and they're like, "Do you guys not have boundaries?" And we're like, "No,
No.
we should. We don't. No, yeah.
No.
Yeah,
We share her
yeah.
husband.
oh God,
Yeah, well,
Oh,
that's not new.
That
Not
no, right?
Too weird.
tag
We
team.
were Mormons.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like with like boundaries in terms of like siblings and stuff like that, you kind of know, like
Sure.
there's different types of boundaries and stuff like that. So like you could talk to them about certain things, but I think there is a cutoff for certain people, and
Yes.
it's cool that you guys have like no filter.
Well, it seems like a lot of people that have asked you about the sibling stuff have been like, I can't believe you guys get along. I can't believe you guys don't fight. I can't
Yeah.
believe this. And so I'll be one to say like, I get along with my brothers.
That's all,
I love them. I have a great
I
time
love
with them.
that. Could
Yeah.
you have a podcast with a sibling or have them on the show? Because so many people are like,
Yeah.
we could never. I'm like, why really?
Oh, absolutely.
I love
like
that. Makes me happy.
So I will say there's someone else out there.
There's more.
There's
Yeah.
just other people out there.
James
There's other
Alarm, you're
people that
not
love their
special.
family.
There's more of us, and we love to hear it because everyone's like, I could never. I'm like, really?
Yeah, I heard that a lot, and I was like,
It's
I did
sad.
the same thing. I was like, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
How many siblings do you have?
I have two younger brothers,
Oh, I love
Nice.
that. Yeah.
and they're both awesome. So it's like,
Cool.
and they're both super funny and interesting, and they'd be
Yeah.
super fun to talk to, and
Yeah.
you know, like, they'd both probably be better than me.
Yeah.
For sure. Sure. My middle one, my brother Joey is probably
Joey's hilarious.
the funniest person that I know.
Yeah.
And he's like, anybody out there that's a fan of Tom Segura,
Oh yeah,
he sounds exactly
Tom
like
Segura
my brother.
vibes.
Really?
He talks like him. He has
That's
like
funny.
I discovered Tom Segura on Pandora. I would put on Pandora comedy when I was like driving home. I used to bartend, and so I'd drive home like late at night from that, and I'd be listening to like comedy or after shows and stuff too. I don't want to listen to music. I want to listen to something. I'm like, no music anymore.
Right.
And like a Tom Segura special kind of came on Pandora, and I literally was like, what the fuck is happening
When
right
did
now?
my
Like,
brother create?
Yeah.
Yeah.
the voice sounded like him, and I thought like maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just hearing that. I was at home for visiting home for Christmas one year, and
Mhm.
my brother was coming in the next day, and I was watching Netflix the night before, and I was watching a Tom Segura special, and my mom came downstairs from upstairs, was like, is Joey here? Did he
Aw.
come? Because she
Wow.
heard it, and it's like that much. Like my mom from upstairs was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
Even mom thought it was. Yeah.
it's
yeah,
Wow.
it's craziness."
That is crazy.
That's
So,
cool.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
my hilarious brother Joe. We'll get him on the show at some point.
Yeah,
We got to get him on here.
yeah, for sure.
That's
Do you
super
guys have
cool.
other siblings, and do you bring them on the show, or
And are they funny?
are you priming
Right,
them to
right.
be on the show?
We have groomed them to be on the show. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good word. Grooming.
That's a good one. We have two brothers. So there's four of us.
Okay.
Oldest brother, me, James, baby brother. And they've been on. We did a Halloween episode last year with all of the Norris. It's my maiden
cool.
name. Yeah. And we all dressed up for like Halloween characters. It was a lot of fun. And we had our youngest brother on a couple times prior to that. But
Yeah.
they are all like, we are all very kind of different brand of humor, like different, but still when we get together, it's very loud, very funny, very
Sure.
like not one upper, but it's like you said a joke, let me riff off that joke, let me riff off that
Yeah.
joke. And it just keeps going. And our mom's like, don't make me call the cops. And
Yeah.
we're like,
It's
And then
UCB
any, like-
theater.
yeah.
Yeah.
We treat it as
Yeah.
like stand up, and they're like, we're just trying to eat dinner. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a lot of fun.
So, yeah.
Nice. What was everybody's costume for the Halloween show?
Good question. We were doing a paranormal episode, and
Nice,
so
okay.
I was a comedy paranormal. It was like funny ghost stories.
Mhm.
I was a ghost. I was like white cheekbone, like very. It was casual. It was more like makeup with that. But James, what were you for that?
I was gonna say I was Taco from TV, but that's not who I was because that was a different episode. I think
That
that
was
was
Joseph.
Batman.
Yes, you were Batman. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
Joseph
you had
was
the best.
a wizard.
Our
But if you
youngest
guys, if you know what the Adventure Zone is, it's a podcast. There's
Mhm.
someone named Taco, and he looked just like that character. So I assigned him. That's who he was
Yeah,
dressed
he
up
renamed
as.
him.
Gotcha,
And
gotcha.
then our older brother, I think, was wearing like a scary
And a
mask or
purge. It was a
something. Like a
purge
purge, yeah,
mask,
purge
yeah.
mask.
Okay.
So-
Okay,
Cool. Nice.
that's
That's
a
fun.
phone. Purge masks are phoned in
It
nowadays.
was.
They're like the Scream mask, the current
Yes,
Scream
they
mask.
are. Yes, they
It
are
was
the they are the
very-
screen mask.
high tech, like glowing. It was a lot. It was very cool. But we do for our Halloween episodes each week. We dress up, so it's fun.
Yeah.
I like
Nice.
that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
We
What?
put too much effort into it.
What's that?
We put too much effort into it. It's
Yeah.
it's fun. We love Halloween.
I think you gotta.
We love our podcast.
I think you gotta.
Yeah, we
You
do.
gotta. Halloween. You gotta go method.
We do.
Mhm.
Yeah. So like the paranormal end of it, like we bring paranormal people on, stuff like that. So do you guys? I didn't get to listen to that episode,
Mhm.
but like ghost stories and stuff like that. Is that like? Is that something you guys believe in, or are you kind of more skeptic, or are you guys where you land on
James.
that?
Oh, I'm kind of 50-50 on that. I don't really believe in a lot of stuff like that, But I will say I did live in South America for 2 years, and I saw some whack shit that I can't explain. So something exists out there. I don't know what, but I don't really believe in like. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just kind of like, the universe is fucking crazy. But yeah,
Right.
What's up, buddy?
Ew. I know it's cold,
Indeed.
so you want to get the sweaters going.
No. I reject that. And I'll tell you why.
Why would you do that?
Well, you don't put gloves on furry hands, do you?
Well, no.
No, you don't. So you know what? I like to keep my beanbag clean like my palms.
Yes.
That's right.
The Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra is out now. It's got the skin safe technology you're
Yes,
used
it
to.
does.
It's got the LED light like you're used to. But
It's got
this
the
one,
extra head.
it's got the foil blade.
Oh my god, the foil blade. It's nice for the crevasse.
Exactly. So it, hooks up your nether regions.
Goes right up the Mississippi on the one side and the Rio Grande on the other side.
Exactly. So go to manscaped.com, use the promo code BACONPOD for 20% off, plus free shipping.
Yeah, indeed.
And it's not even just for this, right?
No, it's
you
for
can
anything on there.
Exactly, especially
Our favorite.
the crop mops, the ball and butt wipes. If you see us, we always give them out.
We'll hand them to you.
Exactly.
They'll
But
be in the package. It's okay.
if you don't see us,
No.
manscaped.com, promo code BACONPOD, 20% off of those bad boys.
Free shipping.
And always remember to ask yourself,
What's your bacon? I'm getting pretty excited because it's almost time to grill.
it's always time to grill. You know why?
I know.
Because
what
I
you-
use grillyourassoff.com. All their stuff is fucking fantastic.
Well, I will say you don't even have to grill outside, even though you do all year round. I don't all year round, but I use all their stuff inside as well.
Yes,
So I
exactly.
still get the flavors.
Exactly. Everything from their seasoning to their sauces to their hot sauces. And you know what? They also provide delicious snacks.
They do. We actually tried some on the show. We got some cowboy style beef jerky right here. Their jerky is really, really good.
It's really flavorful, really delicious, and you can have your own. If you go to grillyourassoff.com,
Indeed.
if you go to grillyourassoff.com, use the promo code BACON, and you get 10% off your entire order.
Nice.
And not only will you be helping us out, but you'll be helping out veterans and first responders.
Yeah.
Because this company is veteran owned and it's super badass and we love these guys. Almost a day one sponsor with this show.
That's true.
And we are going to support them forever. Super
Check out
cool
their
guys.
site. Check it out. Taste the freedom. If you don't know what you want to get, go ahead and use their product finder quiz.
Yes.
And set yourself up. Figure something out right now over at grillyourassoff.com.
And always remember to ask yourself,
What's your bacon?
what's your bacon?
Or what's on your bacon?
Bunker bacon bourbon barbecue sauce. That's what's up.
We were like literally just talking about Yeti and Bigfoot and like my wife and my son just kind of just recently got into it and like the
Yeah.
cryptids and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my wife just as a joke in front of my daughter and him was just like, let's go somewhere and go Bigfoot hunting.
Mhm.
And they're like, okay, cool, let's go. And
Let's
any
do it.
wooded area that we drive past, they're like, we should go there. Let's go there.
Family
Bigfoot's in
vacation.
there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Family Bigfoots.
Yeah.
Pretty sure
Yeah.
they're not in Long Island. Although there was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
there was a video, one of those video shows like they caught on camera.
Right.
There
yeah.
was a Long Island Bigfoot, of course.
Oh.
yeah. I saw that one too, but I think it was on Pornhub, and he was fucking the Mothman. Something like that.
Yeah, Jersey Devil.
hard
I
to-
thought it was. He has
Yeah.
a Jersey Devil in his
That was a
ad.
good one.
Yeah.
It's hard to differentiate, yeah, what's real and
It was a
what's
good,
not.
I was doing some research, so
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
I do my own research. Trust me, it's good.
trust me.
It's good.
Bigfoot's got a massive,
Check it out.
massive foot.
There's the only
Indeed,
way.
indeed.
Yeah,
That's how he got the name.
Yes.
Big dick.
Not a lot
Sorry.
of not a lot of creativity went into it.
No,
No.
there never is.
I actually brought up when we were talking about it. I brought up from your guys' show the Bigfoot is Kane
Oh.
reference that you
Here we
guys
go.
had,
Yeah.
that you guys had said, which I thought was interesting because I'd never heard that one before.
I was gonna
That's
say,
all
I don't
over.
know. Do you know a lot about like Mormon stuff? Like that's usually people that are LDS that know those.
I know, like, A little bit. I had experience with one of my best friends was dating a girl that was in the church and that lived in Utah, and so I learned a little bit through that.
Right.
And then I've done a lot of reading of different religions just because I went through a period where I was like trying to figure out where everything lands with me.
Sure.
So I went through a lot of that. Yeah, I think it's amazing. Like that, and like I read Helter Skelter too. I got the same vibes from a lot of things.
Yep. Weirdly enough.
But yeah, so I know little bits here and there, and then and I got to watch Book of Mormon sitting next to a girl that had recently left the church.
I bet she was laughing so hard.
She was laughing her ass off.
Yeah.
And we had a fascinating conversation during intermission where she was like, at first she wasn't. No, we didn't. We didn't. That was a different
friend. Gotcha.
different time. I've led many lives.
And we respect that.
And I love that for you.
But yeah, so little bits here and there, but definitely not enough to where I could say like, oh, I could talk about it or anything like that.
Yeah,
sure. But you know enough. Some people are clueless. You know, they just know the one nugget of like a lot of moms. That's usually the go-to. Polygamy. It's a fun one.
Polygamy and magic underpants.
Magic underwear. Yeah.
It makes you fly.
It should. Paying that much money for them, you should.
It always reminded me of what's it? Clerks 2. Pillow pants.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, you haven't seen Clerks 2?
No.
Oh.
It's worth a watch.
It's
I'll look it up.
Have you seen Clerks?
I
don't even know what that is.
Clerks.
Also worth a watch. Clerks.
And
Like-
Clerks 2.
CLERKS? Like I'm a
Correct.
grocery
Yep.
clerk? Okay.
And these are like back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Fun.
Indie films.
We love it,
Kevin
Love
Smith.
love a
Jay
good-
and Silent Bob. Like
Cool.
that's where they originated, and that's
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
that's
definitely
where
go give it a watch.
they were his first. Well, his first movie was Clerks.
Yeah.
And then went on from there. So.
Yeah.
Very cool.
All right.
So James, we talked about the butt plug thing earlier.
Yes.
Where did
is
this
the gnome
fascination?
now?
Well, no. Obviously, he's sitting on it.
Obviously.
Yeah.
The information. not-
There's they draw a little line on it, like how tall are you?
Right. How
How far can I get it?
Every couple of weeks, you try and get to a different line.
Yep.
What made you start?
Yeah.
What made you start buying sex gifts for sex toys as gifts for people? I have a funny story about a sex toy that was bought. You had the grab bag Christmas thing where you put the presents under the tree at work and everybody goes to pick
The
one
white
out.
elephant thing.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Bad Santa.
Somebody got a big old dildo
Yeah, they did.
and put it under there.
That's great.
Took
Because
it
then you don't even know who gave it, and everyone's like, "This is crazy." And then one person
is
keeps
disgusting.
trading it. You're like, "Okay, you really seem to want this gift." They're like, "No, that's crazy. I'll trade for that."
Right.
Then if no one wants it, you're like,
Big
"What?
old
There's an
purple cock.
iPod over there."
No.
Yeah, but there's also a.
But wouldn't it be funny if I like wanted the dick? Haha, because it's gross.
Right.
And they're like,
Someone's sitting there talking to himself, going, "I'm getting that dildo."
I'm winning.
God, I'm gonna get that big purple naughty little boy.
Oh God.
What made you start doing that?
Okay, so actually, it has to kind of do also with like Mormonism.
Yeah.
So
Clearly.
yeah, everything kind of does. So
Our whole lives.
Mormons are supposed to, like most high-end religions, you're not supposed to have sex until you get married, right?
Yeah.
And so most of my best friends from like high school, we all ended up graduating and then going the Mormon mission, it was like 2 years or whatever. We all ended up then moving all to Utah around the exact same area. So I had the same group of friends that I had in high school that I do where I live now, which is not normal. Most people, they go off on their own to different places. Right. So I have my group of friends that I've known almost my entire life. And then one by one, they all started getting married because that's what you do when you want to have sex. And if you want to live forever with God, clearly.
You're
Right.
19.
Yeah, and you're 19 years old. So all my friends started getting married, and then it was kind of like the joke to give someone like a bunch of weird sex stuff, like decorate their car, you've seen like balloons like of condoms, and then we just kept like stepping it up, like further and further. We're like, okay, everyone's seen, dead hooker. Everyone's seen like condoms on a car, but we're like, how many Mormons have come out to their wedding, well, not if they've only married once, but like how many have gone out to someone else's car and there's like a dildo on the car hood like it's a unicorn?
Right.
And we're like, okay, well, what if it was like a tentacle dildo, like from an alien or something like that? And then we just kept getting like weirder and weirder. And we all thought it was so funny because then when the next person was getting married, we're like, oh my God, like we have to step it up.
Yeah.
We would write these horrendous notes on like card stock and then just scatter them in the car. And we're like, hopefully you find them all and that this is not your dad's car that you're borrowing because they are horrendous. And that happens sometimes. And these are like Mormons, right? We're just saying stuff that would make like porn stars blush. And like we would draw diagrams like, oh, because you're a virgin, here's how to sex. And then my brother's an artist and he was drawing the most detailed pictures.
God.
So anyway, it got to this point where we're like, this is so funny and stuff, but you know, it's only once because they get married and then we don't ever do that again. So then it got to one of our friends' birthdays and I was like, hey, and I like messaged everyone outside of the group. I was like, we should get them like a sex toy. And they're all like, okay, this is hilarious, right? So then we bought, I don't remember what we got the first time, but then every time again, his just kept ramping and ramping. So the last one I gave was my little brother. I gave him a butt plug with like a furry tail. Mm-hmm. Again, we didn't tell anybody. So there's like family members there, like a completely normal birthday party. And
she's
like his mother-in-law is there, and she's like,
"It's a magic wand."
Yeah. So she's like, "Well, I get one of those." And he's like,
"That's fantastic. Your family really loves you."
Yeah. So that was the most recent one. It was really funny because again, most people aren't expecting it except for our really close friends, and they see like this long cylindrical box. They're like, "Okay, is it a vibrator?"
Like,
no. Right. What is it? And it's like
stuff's expensive too.
It is very expensive, which is why we split it. Like some of those things. Like the alien dick or whatever, we were at Spencer's. We're like, this is like $160, and like it lays eggs in people and shit. We're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you got to get a group to go in on a dildo.
What?
Yeah. So anyway,
vibrator.
It lays eggs.
Yeah, the one that we.
You know how hentai works?
No, but no, but I mean the actual actual dildo does.
Yeah, it was like a Nerf
little
gun
vibrating eggs.
But what does it do? Does it come? You're trying to get back out.
I'm saying it's like a Nerf gun for your ass or your gooch. I mean, depends what you're into, but you like have to preload it with stuff, and then when you can like push a button and it like shoots them in there. It's crazy.
Yeah. I just need to know about coming out because I'm like, you're gonna get a yeast infection.
Yeah.
Right.
So anyway,
there's ways to get things out.
Yeah.
I just guys, if you have one of those
diaphragm push,
eggs,
it's a singing exercise.
Yeah,
it's like birthing a child.
Let's get down to business, and you're just pushing shit out.
I was gonna ask what is the weirdest one that you purchased, but I could say an alien one.
We haven't bought the alien one. That's up next.
Oh, okay.
I would love to.
That's on deck.
That's for my birthday.
That's on deck. I mean, the thing is that I don't think they're
I'll
getting
go in
used.
On it.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'll shoot you a Venmo request, and I'll be like, "This is from our friends at the Bacon Is My Podcast."
Yeah. Then they'll listen.
Yeah. So that's the next one. You know, it's just trying to ramp is just hard sometimes. A good classic purple dildo never hurts anybody. Stick it on.
Well, yeah. At some point, you gotta go back to basics.
You gotta go back. You gotta
start over again. You know, you're like, okay,
simple. Just keep it simple. You know.
Yeah.
It's still shocking.
Classic pizza.
Right. Yeah. It's like a margarita.
Sometimes
pie.
you gotta cleanse the palate with a nice, just standard dildo, no eggs.
Vibrator.
Margarita pie is equal to your standard medium dildo.
Yeah.
Nothing too big, nothing too sharp.
Right.
You don't want to get.
You gotta have a suction cup though, because doing those tricks with them is so much fun. It's like, and when it lands, it's like,
oh yeah,
so funny.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's so
a special kind of ring toss.
Yeah,
which I think is great.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
My favorite part of this, though, is the messages in the car, the diagrams of how to, which at one point was written by all virgins.
All virgins.
Someone was the first one to get married, so it was just all these incorrect diagrams.
Yeah.
Like the
of how to sex.
How to sex. It's like a QR code.
Right.
Yeah.
We're like, I don't know. Google
QR code. Look it up. I could not tell you. Yeah.
Yeah. How to sex. And it's like, hey, when you figure it out, please shoot me a text. Here's my number. I would love to know.
They're just questions. They're not diagrams. It's like, will you text me?
What is clitoris? Like just like random shit to them.
What is vagina? Yeah. They all need help. Boobs are cool.
Is the vagina where the penis is? How many holes are there? Just like It's just random
Do you
questions.
pee in her?
It's just an inside-out penis, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty much.
So yeah,
Is it safe?
is it safe?
it hurt?
Yeah. I'm like,
Does it hurt me?
am I gonna cry? Is it okay to cry?
Can I pee in
Um,
her? Well, she could.
Is it going to feel good? Well, probably for one of you.
For one of you, for about 10
I'm gonna
seconds.
guarantee it's gonna be one of you.
Yeah, yeah. Is it okay if she breaks the lamp over my head? Is that normal? Like, just
She covered
standard
my eyes.
questions.
She called me the wrong name. Is that bad?
She put a condom on my head, like my actual head. I was like,
I couldn't-
it was just
I couldn't
breathing
breathe
bigger
for
and
10
bigger.
minutes. She said she likes it when I can't breathe. It's weird. It's
So,
really weird.
one of my favorite things.
Put
I
her
don't
hand
know if
around my
this is
throat
too-
and went, shh.
Shh. It's crazy.
Tied me to the bedpost for hours.
It was crazy.
Hey, this is Casey Shearer.
And this is Ray.
Do you like pop culture?
We're pretty sure you do.
Then come on over and check us out at deluxeedition.show.
You will not be sorry. Or maybe you will be. I don't know.
What's up, fam?
Yeah.
Bacon listeners? Ever wanted to help out the show? Ever wanted to know a little bit more about what goes on behind the scenes here at Bacon's?
Perhaps keep these glasses a little bit fuller.
Mine's empty.
Yeah. Go over to patreon.com/baconismypodcast where you can get additional content, including tastings.
Yeah, you can get cooking shows.
You can get early ad-free shows.
That's right.
And at even the lowest tier, come participate with us every week in our discussion and drinks episode where we hang out with you, our BIMP squad.
You're a part of the show. Join us, hang out, weigh in on everything that we're talking about, weigh in on everything, maybe be a part of the show.
Exactly.
It's happened.
Join the BIMP squad.
Yeah.
Get your first week for free over
right
at
now.
patreon.com/baconismypodcast.
What's all bacon?
One of my favorite stories from this, and I don't want to harp on this too long. This is too much
have.
of a tangent.
This is perfect.
We used to play a game called Dildo Roulette. We put on the fan
Okay.
and let it spin.
God.
It would go flying off. Hit my friend in the face, and he had a massive black eye for like 3 months.
From
And every
Peerless.
time someone would ask, like, "Oh, what happened to your face?" He'd be like, "Oh, flying dildo." Every single time, and they're like,
Dildo
"What?"
accident.
Yeah, which is the way we figured out the game because we did it on accident. We put on the ceiling fan, and he was standing underneath it, and just like, and then hit him right in the face, and made like the most perfect like cupping
Boom,
sound
Yeah.
as it rocketed him in the eye. So
Dildo rocket.
and we were like, "Oh my god, let's try that again!" And we stuck it back to the ceiling fan and just kept trying to play the game.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
That yeah. I've
never played dildo roulette.
No, where do you
I've
go
played
from here?
beer darts, which I was told
Beer darts.
that is the dumbest idea ever.
Wait, you
I
drink
agree.
and then you play darts, or is there a beer can involved?
No, so basically you can have up to like 4 to 5 people.
Okay.
They sit equidistant on a lawn chair,
Oh,
and
good
it has
heavens.
to be a can of beer.
Good
Right.
word.
Oh, I
by the way.
hate this.
Yeah,
Good word. Equidistant.
And
Yeah, that's good.
Pretend this is a beer can.
Right.
So you throw it, you put it in between your feet,
I played this game.
and people throw darts at it, and depending on where you hit is where you have to drink up to.
Uh-huh.
If you puncture the top, you have
Whole
to
thing.
drink the whole thing.
And if you puncture a foot, you're going to the hospital.
Yeah, and the more you drink, the
Or
less
you just suck
accurate
it
you
up,
get.
like I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Depending on the injury.
Yeah.
I mean,
I never
you
played that
hit
before either. I did do a My Little Pony pinata full of cock rings and dildos.
Here we go.
Party though.
Was this an adult party?
More like My Little Horny.
This was an adult party.
How many were in there?
A lot of cock rings. One dildo.
I was gonna say that could get pricey.
Yeah,
Well,
Oh, yeah.
it was. No.
Cock rings are pretty
At a
cheap,
cer-
right?
yeah. At a certain point, you just buy in bulk, and they're like, "Are you, sure
you don't
want
purchase
these for-"
those.
It was a
Those are
big.
free
yeah.
gifts.
It was a
Are
big
they?
party we were throwing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
My
like,
brother, my oldest brother, when I first got married, gifted me a vibrating cock ring
"There you
for
go."
my husband. I was like, this is intimate and fantastic. Thank you so much. It was very small. I'll say that was very.
John's like, "I
wasn't,
can't fit this," and and
yeah.
our other brother John's like, "You can? That thing's massive for me." You're like, ugh.
straight pinky did.
He's like, okay,
I was-
wrap it twice like I do.
God, you guys just cut off the circulation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say though, I'm very
It flexes.
curious.
Just wrap it around like a rubber band.
It's
Yeah, just as many times as you
floating.
can.
Just
I would pay money to see the face of the person that when you were buying these dildos and cock rings, and then at the end a piñata. They're just
Right.
like, what the fuck is
They're like,
going on
Well,
here?
you can't buy them at the same place,
You shouldn't.
unfortunately.
Yes, you can. It's called Amazon. You can
Amazon.
Oh
absolutely
no,
buy
well,
that.
no, we were at a venue where we
Oh.
purchased these things. We
Yeah.
went to a place to
A
buy these
location.
things.
Because
A
like the
location.
confusion, they're like, what? Are you going to use the dildo on the piñata?
Right.
Right.
Jamming
Please,
a dildo
sir,
into a
please answer.
pinata
Is
is
another kind of person.
is
yeah.
tricky. It's got to be unwrapped because you're gonna have to bend it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sure.
But
From
and they have
experience.
to you have to break that pinata in half to get the dildo. Like that's the big prize.
That's the winner. Takes
Yeah,
all.
If
a
someone's
lot of people
underneath
get all
collecting the
excited
cock
for the
rings.
cock rings when they fall
Yeah.
out, but
They don't know what's
But
coming.
wait, because if you're underneath it
You're
when it
coming.
breaks, that dildo's going to knock you the fuck out. You're like, oh, cock
Right.
ring. Right to the face. And then you're
Right.
playing dildo roulette without even realizing it.
without even realizing it.
Oh,
2 in 1.
I like that.
So, but I only did that once. I would love to get in on a game of dildo roulette.
Guys, when we
I
come
mean,
visit
look,
New
I'm just
York
saying.
City, this is the game. Who has a
I'm
secret
saying
game?
that
Yeah,
is
for your
For your adult
dildo.
friends.
I got
Maybe
one.
sex gifts are the way to go.
I got
And
one.
we'll throw darts at feet in cans too. We'll make
We'll
it
throw
all.
darts at dildos.
Hey, the Denny's is coming up. We just show up with a big dildo. They're like, these are siblings.
What do I do with this?
The winner gets a dildo. Not
Where's the
them.
bacon? Is my butt?
We're like, we have
Go
a
that
team.
way,
Don't
please. Don't start
just
swinging.
point at everyone. Where
You can have the
Mike and
fist
Jimmy.
with the bracelets, and we'll have
That's
our
right.
Yeah,
That's
we
right.
can
kind of
fight
funny
with them.
embroidered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be a Denny award.
Yeah.
That should like if you get hit with the dildo.
Who's
right?
talking to Casey
You're just
about
waiting.
this?
Yeah.
I got you.
A bacon wrapped dildo. It's ribbed for her pleasure with bacon.
They're like, what? You want to do what at this
What?
awards?
Just listen to the episode in 2
I think we
Just
should
listen-
start. We could also start like if we're gonna do dildo roulette, we can also if we want to get it on TikTok because you need shorter things for TikTok, right?
Yeah.
And you need content. You know
Yeah,
that
sure.
tortilla challenge that's happening.
Oh, here we go.
Just slap each
Just
other.
smacking people in the face with a dildo.
Yeah.
Just have a mark on your face.
Fill your mouth with water,
Oh god.
and then
Or
you're gonna
something.
get cracked with a dildo.
I'll tell
Yeah.
you what. Whoever goes first, they win.
They
Yeah.
do.
And you show up
Right.
to your 9 to 5. They're like, "What's that on your face? Like, what does it look like,
It's a
Tim?
penis
Go ahead. What does it
mark.
look like?
It's a-
No. Please, you tell me what's on my face.
All right, please
yeah.
show me the outline of the bruise.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are y'all going to the Denny's? Are we? you
No,
guys-
we're not.
You're
we're
not,
gonna
yeah.
be. We are going to be in a foreign, distant land
Oh, that's cool.
of Iowa.
Iowa.
I was gonna say, please say it's like a
Alright.
state or something.
Yeah,
Iowa.
Iowa,
Iowa.
Coralville, Iowa.
Coralville, even.
Yeah, Coralville.
It's a
Even.
nice name.
Never even heard
It
of
is. It is. A lot of coral in Iowa.
Is
Huh.
there
Is
a
there?
lot of water?
Yeah.
A lot of.
Mm.
It's very.
But we did
exotic.
last time we were in Iowa. We kidnapped our Uber driver.
Yes, we did.
I'm sorry.
Which was we kidnapped and commandeered our Uber driver.
Yeah.
I love that.
Did he
Yeah.
press charges?
No, he didn't even charge us.
He bought us
It's even
drinks.
better. He bought.
Wow.
Wow, that's a good.
He's
that's
like,
fun.
They didn't charge us.
Yeah, it was
Stockholm
fantastic.
syndrome for real. He buys.
It definitely
buys you
was. It
drinks.
definitely was, dude. It
He's like-
definitely was.
we love you. Yeah.
He's like, am I
In
in love
love?
with you?
Am I?
Yeah. He dropped us
You
off and
are.
he was like, "You're good. You're
So
good."
this
And
is
we're like,
the
"What?"
threesome situation.
This
from-
is not-
Yeah,
threesome.
the two of us and our Uber driver.
This
Yeah.
this was actually
That's a-
not a threesome.
That's
You
was
just
gentle
look
but
up and
firm.
you're like, who's driving the Uber? You just come to this realization, like, what the fuck? It's just
so
going
it's a
down
Tesla.
the freeway.
It's just automatic. Wow.
We were originally gonna go home from some crappy metal show, and go to Papa John's and go drink whiskey in our hotel room.
That's a good night.
And he
'Cause
urged
it didn't
us
seem
not
like
to.
there was anything going on.
He urged us not to, and he brought us to a place that we originally thought was a rape den
oh,
in a
no.
cornfield.
You don't know. It still might have been, and he just
Which-
decided that the night was going in a different direction.
Which unfortunately turned out not to be.
Right.
He decided
Yeah.
to not.
He's like,
That
you
was
guys are
not
too
the direction
cool. I was
that-
going to do horrible things to you, but
Yeah.
I'll buy you a drink
He's like,
instead.
but
I
no,
can't get a
love
place.
you.
I can't get an Uber driver.
Yeah.
Damn it. Wow.
And then he felt bad for bringing us to this place that ended up being lame.
Was a rape den. Okay, sure.
It was it wasn't
It
a
wasn't
real
a rape den.
Not a single rape happened, and I promised them lots of it.
Not one.
And then he brought us to another place because he was like, I have to make it up to you.
He took
Because he bought us drinks.
Yeah.
What?
And then he took us to another place.
He just parked the car,
And
realized you.
I gotta make it up to you.
First he was like, you guys, I'll wait outside. You go in and check the place out. If you don't like it, I'll bring you somewhere else.
Sure.
And we were like, no, not at all. Like, come in with us. Like, come on in. And so we were like, we'll get you like a Red Bull or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
waiting outside.
That's
so,
not allowed. Yeah.
Here's a pinata. The payment's inside. Wait to open it until you're alone.
Here's a bat.
Or with friends.
Yeah, you're all safe there with a strange Uber driver. I love this.
But ended up great. He brought us. We ended up getting down to like a college campus area.
Yeah.
He went into some club with us, clubby club type area, which is
he was
not
like,
always our
good.
scene.
He's like, oh, this is a good time, and
Right.
he and I were like, okay.
What is
I
your
was like-
age range of a good time?
I was like, how
Would you
long
tell
is
me?
it
like,
going to take
that
me to get a
girl-
drink right now?
Yeah.
Oh, too long. Yeah.
But he
Mike got him up on
he was-
stage.
he was like, I was like, well, what do you want from this night? Because we can't buy you drinks.
Right.
Because he didn't drink either. And
Well, he was driving us, so.
and he was
Yeah,
driving.
that's bad.
Like, we
Don't
kept buying him
drive.
drinks, and he was like, please don't make me drive. Please don't make me drive.
Right.
But then
And
we
we're
made
like,
him
"You
drive
have
anyways.
to."
It was a crazy night.
Yeah.
But there was this like
We'll call you an Uber.
pyramid stage, right? It was like I don't know how many layers there were. There were like
Yeah, it was like a lower, mid, and then there was like a railing type stage area.
yeah,
People
and there were just
dancing.
like a bunch of people dancing, and then there was like of course some douchebag on top.
Sure, they're
with,
always on top.
like thinking king shit, and he's like swapping girls and dancing with them, and I was like, dude, what do you want from tonight? And he goes and he like looks up at the top, and I was like, all right.
Uber driver had a fantasy of being on.
Yeah,
top
he was
of
He
the
like,
wanted to be
stage.
king shit.
I want to be there.
He's like, I want to go up there, and I was like, all right. And he was like, I'm not a crowd person. I was like, I'm not either. I've been in enough pits. I can make this happen. So
You start throwing elbows.
Elbow your way.
I
in,
just
yeah.
I got my way up, and we got up to king shit, and I was like, yo, he's getting up, and he's like, no.
No.
I'm like, listen,
Like,
man.
get down or I'll kill you and your fam.
Oh no, even better, even better.
No. I said, hey,
He preyed on his weakness.
I was like, yo, man, this dude, he's having some hard times.
Yeah, he's got cancer.
His girl just left him. His girl just left him. She told him she's pregnant and left him right away. He needs a good night, man. Help him out. Help out a brother. And he's
And this
like,
frat
"Oh,
dude's like, yeah, dude, I get it.
That's legit.
Yeah.
That's legit what he did. That's legit what he
I
did.
feel you, bro.
I feel you, bro. Here,
and
take my
bam,
snapback.
He got up there, and then I turned around and got the hell out of there.
Yeah, you're scared.
Went
You
back
for
to my
sure
drink.
Wanted to
We
come back to your house.
drank whiskeys, watching him dance up there, and then when
like,
he was
boom,
done, he
boom.
brought
What
us back
a
to the
night.
hotel, and
Where we did have more whiskey and
Yes.
Papa John's.
What
he
a
tried
night.
and he told us not to pay him anything.
There you go.
He
Better
just canceled
Uber
all
drivers.
the.
Did
Better
you rate
drinks.
him well?
Papa
Did you
John's.
give him a good score?
No, he canceled.
He canceled everything and just
You couldn't even
Oh.
give him like a 5-star review.
no.
He
He's just-
canceled the
is-
transaction.
This
Yeah.
is one of those most romantic, like we met, we had this amazing night together, but I could never find him. This was
Right.
one of those.
Star-crossed lovers now.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah,
cow.
that's right. Because I can't even look that up.
Yeah, sometimes I
No,
look at the
it's
moon
canceled.
and I'm like, he's under the same moon.
And he's thinking
Yeah.
of you as he does the same.
Yeah, he's out there with his imaginary child and ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
He's
that
using that
douchebag
to get on
sings it.
stages all over Iowa,
He's like, that works? Holy shit.
all over
All
central
over
Iowa.
I hope you run into him. What if you did? What if you did?
That would
Well,
be amazing.
It would be
Gorgeous.
awesome. But
Just make sweet
that was in
love right
Iowa
then and there.
City.
Yeah,
That was in Iowa
Oh.
City. So
It's
I
probably-
don't think it's
Yeah.
not far, but it's more towards Grand Rapids.
Oh,
Rapids.
man.
That's a
yeah.
magical experience.
It was. It really was.
Thank you
It
for
was great.
sharing that with us.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That's got to be
I
the best
recommend.
Uber story I've ever heard.
I recommend
yeah.
steal your Uber driver, kidnap him, any chance you get.
Any
What are you doing
chance?
tonight? You trying to go clubbing? I'll tell everyone that you have a kid. They're like, what the fuck?
They're like, I gotta work. I gotta make money. Man.
Yeah, he was a good dude.
Yeah.
He was a great dude. You don't have any Uber stories? You don't have any
I
good
have
Uber
one.
stories?
I
Yeah,
do.
well,
No, James,
fun.
Let's hear it.
We were in Florida, in Clearwater, and we had a guy. We were going from like this conference type area hotel to just out and about. And one of the guys gets in the car and ding ding, this is illegal. He had a cup full of liquor. And this Uber driver he was really big. He was a really big guy to where you couldn't sit behind him. He was kind of, so this is giving you the picture. So one of the people gets in, my best friend. She's
Like
wearing
tall
a
bodybuilder
skirt.
big or like
Both.
Okay.
Both. Yes. In both ways. He's tall and he's large. And
Okay.
so my friend has to scooch because she's shorter than me. I'm 5'8", she's like 5'2". And then there's another guy next to us. So she scooches behind him. So she's in a very short skirt. She's got to kind of prop up her legs.
Just
So
cooter out.
just coot her out. Me and then another guy who had a drink, which was filled with, I think it was, no, my husband was in front. Alcohol, and it's illegal to drive with open container type things, and the guy's
Or
like,
to
no,
drink them while you drive.
sure,
Either one.
sure, yeah,
That's
sure.
your poison.
So they're like, this is illegal, or one of us was like, no, it's juice, and he's like, right,
Yeah.
like he's like, okay, but I'm cool, I'll let it fly. So we're
Wait,
driving.
hold on. I'm sorry. Apologize.
Okay.
I'm misunderstanding. So you guys brought the open container
Oh
alcohol.
yeah, he didn't have the alcohol.
Oh.
He's like,
Yes, very
absolutely
different.
drunk, very different.
Yeah,
Yes,
very different.
So the other person has a drink. My friend is sitting here, cooter out. We look up and realize there is a video camera filming us, straight crotch shot, and we're like, this man is for sure uploading this to an extra site somewhere. It was like he was really
He's
funny,
like,
but
welcome
also
to the bang bus.
Right.
then we see the camera and we're like, this got weird. So this is an interesting Uber driver experience for sure. So that was very interesting. It was a lot. We left and we're like, that's being uploaded as fast as he possibly can. Or
Right.
he's like
As we
zooming
speak.
in as this grainy video.
He's like,
but yeah.
yeah. You don't have to leave a tip. It's fine. Get out of here.
Yeah. So that was the most interesting Uber driver experience we've ever had.
Okay.
He's switching to driving stick on the way home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Immediately.
Yeah.
So why do you have pocket lotion? Don't worry about it.
Yeah. James, what do you have?
Mine wasn't anything crazy like that. When I was in New York, one of the Uber drivers that I had, he was from Ecuador, and I lived in Ecuador for 2 years. And I don't remember, he was only speaking Spanish. So like, it was kind of hard because like, it's easy if you send them the location, you don't really need to talk. It doesn't matter if they speak English or not. But he was speaking Spanish a lot. And so I started talking to him in Spanish. And I asked him where he was from, and he said he was from Ecuador. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, I lived in Ecuador, and there's not a lot of Ecuadorians outside of Ecuador. It's a pretty small country. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, what part did you live in? And I was like, oh, I lived in a lot of different places. I lived in, like, Guayaquil. And he's like, oh, I'm from Guayaquil. And then, like, we just kept talking. And it turns out we knew a lot of the same people. It was really, really weird.
Wow.
Like,
That is
it was just
weird.
like, I happened to, like, be in it's not the city. What's it called? Like, I don't even know what you call this, like area of the city. Like, what is it called? Like in New York, like there's like the Bronx and there's like Manhattan. Like, what are those called?
The boroughs.
Yeah, it's like the borough. I want to call it the barrio. That's Spanish, but like same thing of Ecuador, of Guayaquil. And I was in his area, and I knew a lot of people that
That's
that
so
he knew.
weird.
It was so strange.
That's
It was
crazy.
really cool. Yeah, we took a picture. He sent it to a bunch of people. I took some pictures, and we sent it to people on Facebook. But
That
like
is
at the
so
time,
weird.
I was with my ex, and I'm like having this like crazy experience / trying to translate it for her so she knows what's going on. I was like, oh, okay, like we know the same people.
Mhm.
And then we had a picture, like there's this really big like flower statue in one of the areas that I was in, like that was built because the name of the city was the Orchideas, which is like a flower. And then he had a picture with the same flower that I had, and it was really cool. So that was the strangest interaction I've ever had in an Uber. And it was like,
That's awesome.
That's
I
awesome.
walked away
is
like,
really
what the
cool.
hell just happened?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love those like those
Small
moments
world.
that you run into, those small world moments. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Where like
And
you're
New
talking
York's the place to
somebody
do it,
and find
honestly.
out.
New York is
What
the
is
place.
it? Like we're all like 5 people away from knowing.
Yeah.
What is it? Like the 5 points? Yeah.
Kevin Bacon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The What Is Your Bacon podcast? Yeah.
And each
Or
other.
Kevin
Yeah.
Bacon.
7 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
7
degrees, Kevin.
degrees.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, that's true. It's like I think it's like 5 or 7 or something like that. There is some
Yeah.
number that they worked out where it's like the infamous day
Which
worked out.
yeah.
Mhm.
I like when
They'll
you
get you.
like see on Facebook and you're like, who are our mutual friends? And you have like the most random mutual. You're like, how do you know them?
Like,
It's
how do you
always
know
fascinating to
these
me.
people? Like, I
They
know them
suck.
from.
Why are you friends with them?
Yeah.
Like, oh, no.
But you're still friends with them, and you're like, why am I still
Yeah, you're
friends
like,
with
oh
them?
shit. Yeah, deep. Yeah.
I just had them for numbers.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure. I'm trying to get my Facebook numbers up.
Yeah.
Guys, we thank you for hanging out with us for so long.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know,
Yeah, holy shit. A lot of time went by.
We've
Okay.
hung out for a little over 2 hours. We did their episode. We did our 7 questions. We did this episode. We spent a lot of time together.
And we could definitely talk a lot longer.
We could
We could
definitely keep going.
last.
I feel like
We
we should
should-
just hang out with the best friends, you know?
Vibing.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys are ever in the region of the country where we are, we'll all hang out. We'll go to
hell
New
yeah,
York.
same.
We'll go to New York.
Yeah, let's do it. So before we head out, let everybody know where they can find Sorta Kinda Funny.
You want me to do it?
You got it.
Okay. So you can find us at Sorta Kinda Funny Pod on all the socials. So it's Instagram, TikTok. We do YouTube Shorts. Again, that's Sorta Kinda Funny Pod. If you want to listen to our podcast, it's just Sorta Kinda Funny. Not just take off the pod part. So Sorta Kinda Funny on all the places that you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple Pod, all that stuff. Check us out, guys. We really appreciate it. Thank you guys for having us on. This has been a blast.
Oh, hell,
of
This
course.
has been so much fun. I'm definitely going to reference this episode. The problem with going on great other people's podcasts is that I want to then reference it, right? I'm like, oh yeah, this. And then I go, and then I'm like, okay, go check out their episode, which is great. But I forget that it's not one of our episodes. I'm like, man, that's such a good episode. Like, I really hope people go check it out, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Awesome.
yeah, but
I
thank
agree.
you.
We have the same thing.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. It's been a blast. It's been totally awesome.
Yeah.
And remember, everybody, after you check out Sorta Kinda Funny, and you check out more Bacon is My Podcast, remember every day just to ask yourself that one very important question. What is it that is that topping side or main course of your life? What makes your day a little bit better? What brings a little joy into the doldrums of your day? What is it?
I don't.
What's the
Do you guys
question?
remember what that question was?
what is your
What
bacon?
is your bacon?
Yes.
We nailed it.
That was Sorta Kinda Funny.
Sorta Kinda.
See what I did there?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Lauren and James were a lot of fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
And we did for a long time too, huh?
Yeah, I didn't even realize. Like when you started wrapping it up, I looked up at the time and I was like, "Oh, damn! Okay, yeah. It's been a while on there.
That'll happen. That'll happen here on this show. So
Good conversations tend to
Yeah.
run a little long,
Yeah.
a little lengthy.
go listen to them. If you haven't gotten enough of this, again, a reminder: go listen to their last episode because their last episode has
We're on it.
us. We happen to have it a little bit before us, so yeah, go check it out. They're a lot of fun. More dildo talk
Yeah,
and stuff. So
a lot of dildo talk.
yeah. That's not usually a subject that comes up on this show.
Dildos and butt plugs. Oh my.
Yeah. All right. It's all right.
Yeah, dildos and butt plugs and Mormons. Oh my.
Yeah. Is that what the name of the
Maybe.
the episode is? I have to clear it with the board.
Right. Yeah.
So, guys, thank you so much for hanging out so long. Jimmy, where can they go to find anything they want to get?
can find all my
Bacon's
stuff.
Podcast.
All-
I don't
all
care
my
about
stuff.
you. I want about big.
Oh, I'll do bacon first. Okay.
Yeah.
Baconsmypodcast.com is where you can go to find all of it. Like it's literally all there. Just go there.
sponsors.
If you go there, there's the
Merch.
sponsor page, there's the merch page, there's links to the Patreon, there's links to all of our socials. Everything's there.
Yeah.
So just go there. That's the easiest thing. So just do that.
Yeah.
Where do they find your stuff?
No, now you.
Oh, now me?
Now you.
Oh, Jimmy G's Shoes and CravenStrange.net. Go there. What do you got?
Me, my own self, Mike. At Something Heavy Music on the socials, Something Heavy on the things.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, run through those quick. You know?
That's it.
It's been 4 years.
Right.
People know where to find
We're in
us.
year 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Always, please, if you made it this far, it costs you nothing. It helps us greatly if you give us a 5-star review. Smash the like, whatever it is, whatever
do it.
platform. Just give us a review. If you don't like us, Give us a shitty review.
Tell us why.
though.
Tell us why.
Tell us why.
Put
Comment.
in the effort.
Yeah,
Do the work.
exactly. You worked this hard to get to the end of this.
Yeah. If here you're like, if at this point you're like, where does it get good?
Let us know.
Let us know. Let us know.
Yeah. And besides that, always remember to ask yourself,
Where does it get good?
how do you... Where's the best... I don't know.
What's your bacon?
World peace.